Hi everyone. Welcome to box 22 of Hoop Club. So this month we are making two projects. We are making this little pouch, which is a little quilted pouch, and you can make it into a needle book, a needle case, or into an actual little pouch for putting coins or cards in. And then we're doing a little freestyle embroidery hoop as well. So the our designer this month is Misha Schaefer, and this is one of her designs, and we are encouraging you to kind of go freestyle on this. So do whatever stitches you like on it. We've given you a pack of thread, so you've got some colours to choose from. But yeah, we'll look at this project first because that's the trickiest one, and then we'll go through and give you some ideas about this one. So this is our box 22, and in it we have materials for two projects. So can't believe it's box 22. Excuse my nails, they are horrendous. We'll just not look at them. So we've put some of these really lovely sweets in the bag. They are delicious. Don't get them on your fabric though, don't get the chocolate on your fabric. So in the box you've got some pins because you're going to need those for the quilting project, and you're going to need the little poppers as well. Your needle is for both projects. Hoop, this is the binding for the quilting project. Thread for the embroidery project. Felt if you want to do the needle book. This is for your quilting embroidery. So there's quite a lot in this month's box. So the first thing to say is that we had put little white lines, you can kind of see them here, little white dots on the fabric, so that you had a guide as to where to stitch your line. So you can barely see them, and I've only just realised I've come to do this. So I'm going to show you how to do this without having those. They were just a guide, so it's okay. But you're just going to have to stitch your lines by eye, or make some kind of mark with an erasable pen, or with your pins actually. So the good thing is that one of your quilted lines goes right down this middle line, so you do actually have a line to start, and then the other lines I will give you the measurements for. So I have sandwiched my wadding. So you've got two pieces of wadding. The square bit is for your hoop, don't use that bit, use the long rectangular bit. And I have sandwiched that bit of wadding with my printed fabric and the yellow spotty lining. So I'm now going to pin so that I can stitch right down the middle. So I'm going to make my pins go horizontally, and to just hold the fabric together while I stitch. Now this is the thread that we're using to do the quilting. So you're going to need, as normal, about 40 to 50 centimeters, and then we're going to split the thread, and you need one strand. So I'll show you how to split the thread. So embroidery floss is always 6 strands. When you want one strand, the easiest way is to just grab a strand and then pull it away from the rest. So I'm stitching with one strand. So I've tied a knot in the end of my thread, and I'm going to start at this one end, and I'm using this middle line as my guide, and I'm going to do a running stitch. So I'm going to keep them nice and small. So the quilting bit is the easiest bit. You're just making small stitches that show up on both sides. going up and down. So I'm going up and down. The ideal is that your gap will be the same size as your stitch, because then on the other side it'll be consistent as well. So in the absence of the dotted lines, annoyingly, that you can't see, you can barely see them on the red. Oh, so annoying. Anyway, we're going to need to make our own kind of lines up. So using that middle one as your center, I would suggest doing 5 centimeter line. So I'm doing 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and going across the pattern like that. So you can line them up, you can mark with pins, so you can measure 1 centimeter and then you could mark with a pin and do that kind of all the way down your fabric so that you're stitching, so that your lines stay straight. That would probably be the best option. If you've got an erasable pen, you could do some little marks along the fabric that will then disappear. So there's a couple of options for you to be able to do that. So I have measured a centimetre across, and then I have put the pins in, measured all the way down and put some pins in. And now, so that I know where I'm sewing, I am just stitching right next to those pins. And what you want to do is try and put your stitch in next to that one there, so that all the stitches are going to be next to each other and in line with each other. So I'm going to just continue stitching all the way down there. So you're going to be knotting, so you need to tie a knot in your thread to start with, and then we're going to be tying a knot at the end of each line as well, because we don't want any knots down the middle. So I have just done 2. I'm going to keep going and I will come back when we're at the next stage.